And maybe a little message sent, at least at the outset, by Brian Kelly, because Notre Dame, they won the toss, they took the football. They're not deferring their option to the second half. They want their offense on the field to begin. Here's C.J. Sanders, the opening return, and Notre Dame will have to start from inside their own 20-yard line. And here comes the redshirt freshman Ian Book. Brian Kelly told us he is an elite passer, originally committed to Washington State, so that tells you something. If Mike Leach thinks you can sling it around, then you know you can throw it. He throws strikes. How much will they put on his shoulders today?
And how much will he run? That'll be the real question, because Wimbush has complemented that run game so well with Josh Adams. He's been so dynamic in that phase. Maybe not as polished as Brian Kelly and Chip Long, the coordinator, want for Wimbush in the passing game, but he has been such a threat running the football. Will Book look to do the same? Or are they going to play a little more to his strengths, which is, as you said, slinging it all over the field?
And the first carry for Josh Adams. He runs to the right side for only a yard, although he will oftentimes run left. And there's a reason. You want to run behind the left side of this offensive line.
Most importantly, they're athletic, and so much of their perimeter run game has been a success because of it.
Running right again, though, is Adams. He's got room. And a willing blocker out on the edge is the tight end, Alize Mack. Close to a first down. It looks like it will be a Notre Dame first down to their own 30-yard line.
People running, that has done the most damage over the course of this season.
First throw, and it's a simple one. A little wide receiver hitch as Ian Book finds Chase Claypool, and he picks up about 4 yards.
Game and starting the quarterback for this institution.
False start as Notre Dame wants to play with some tempo.
False start. Number 80. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
With Ian Book as inexperienced as he is.
Yes, but understand he's got a lot of work over training camp and into the regular season. Some 40% of the reps, so it wasn't as if this is all new to him just this week.
And there is a fumbled exchange on the jet sweep. Cameron Smith swamped under back at about the 22-yard line.
For a new little wrinkle and another penalty flag down here for Notre Dame as well.
Substitution.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 12 minutes to formation, more than 3 seconds.
Goals, some new game management. Somebody new's got to handle at quarterback.
Those third down numbers largely irrelevant on third down and 23. There's a screen set up for Adams. And he gets bottled up at about the 32-yard line. So North Carolina surrenders 15 yards of real estate. Cason Collins made the stop. They decided, let's go to the redshirt freshman Chaz Surratt and begin his takeover. Originally a Duke commit. He was a terrific basketball player as well as the Gatorade Player of the Year in 2015 in football in North Carolina.
Run, Chaz, run will be the theme today. Tempo as well. Carolina has to play fast. Struggling to find explosive plays. They'll try to do it with tempo.
Little zone read, and up the middle goes Jordan Brown for 3. Play action. Long throw to the sideline. Coming back to help out his quarterback is Anthony Ratliff-Williams.
That struggled for 3.5 quarters down in Atlanta. Got to see the chains move if you want to play with tempo.
Under pressure and forced to throw it away is Chaz Surratt.
It's been a daily conversation with them, and we'd love to keep it around a ½ inch or 5/8 in season, but just due to the wear and the traffic and things like that, we're keeping it a little higher this year. On a paint day, we get the whole crew over, so we might have 10 or 11 guys here or there. Some guys are really good at painting lines, some guys are good at painting letters. Everybody's kind of got their thing, so it's a well-oiled machine by this point.
What needs to be a well-oiled machine. Back-to-back carries for Josh Adams sets up third and manageable, third and about 4. Browns crew, I would think, to keep the field playable.
Yeah, it's not the NFL with 50 guys on a roster either. You're looking at over 100 guys with walk-ons that are tearing that thing up on a daily basis.
North Carolina has forced third down. Book off play action, pump fake, happy feet in the pocket, and he goes down. He saw the rush coming. Jalen Dalton collapsed the pocket, and it's a 3 and out for Notre Dame. For the Heels starting at their own 38-yard line, and a handoff to Jordan Brown. And he is wrapped up and going backwards.
Building, but struggling to find any of it right now.
Trying to play with tempo. Again under pressure. Surratt out of the pocket.
Got him.
Floats it down the sideline and throws it away. Anything can happen in a rivalry game, as we have certainly seen between those two schools. Up the middle for a yard is Josh Adams. Allison?
Your first start on the road and how you manage not just that energy, but all the different voices you're hearing on the sideline. He's talking to Brandon Wimbush, his coaches, and his receivers.
Yeah, what you want is this right there. What you want is a little pitch and catch, something to just be free and easy.
Of that Notre Dame offensive line, but that was a first down for the Irish. Play action. A rollout for Ian Book. He's got a wide open receiver in stride and doing a great job of slowing himself down and staying in bounds was Chase Claypool. He probably picked up an extra 7 or 8 yards.
A little bit more tempo, and you're right. You can see it the entire way. You know, next week, 2 weeks from now, that ball's out earlier. We showed on the other side with a young quarterback, the redshirt freshman that was late, didn't take a shot down the field. That could happen even quicker. More than likely will over the course of this game.
Play action again. The blitz picked up. Ian Book wants it all for St. Brown. Incomplete. Blitz off the edge. It's picked up. And there is a catch by Miles Boykin. About a yard and a half shy.
Book, he can spin it. That ball comes out of his hand very clean watching him in warm-ups.
Notre Dame wastes no time. They go to the workhorse, and it's not there. And fourth down and a yard and a half. They line right up to go for it. Quarterback sneak. That gets shut down. Under pressure, Surratt sacked at the 40-yard line. Blitz came off the edge. It wasn't picked up. There's the 5'9" nickelback, Sean Crawford, who makes play after play.
Injury, done nothing but make plays. You're going to see more and more of him in the second half of this season.
Surratt with a check down, finds the true freshman Michael Carter. And the tackle is made by Sean Crawford. You know, that recruiting process, Crawford had committed to Michigan, but flipped to Notre Dame. If Diaco hadn't left for UConn, probably wouldn't have happened. Swing pass, dropped by Michael Carter so far this season. That game, of course, as all our games are, streaming live on the ESPN app. Quarterback keeper for Ian Book. And he has run out.
They do not have a weakness. They do not turn the ball over, and they don't just look to beat you. They want to defeat your will. And that's what they've done the last couple weeks, and expect them to carry that over on the road.
Low snap. Book maintains his composure and fires into double coverage, a strike right at the first down marker.
It had to. Because you're right, there were 2 Tar Heels all over Mack right there. The quarterback run, not a bad way to get some nervousness out either.
Toss to the edge for Adams. He is playing through that pain. Busting through for a first down is his replacement, the redshirt freshman, Tony Jones.
Where they have just been gashing people, the 7th best in the country. First time creating a lane.
Ian Book has all day to throw. And now he's got all the room he needs to run. Spins in the open field and picks up 8 yards. Cason Collins brings
game. They will play a long time in the league.
to the near side, Tony Jones, and he's met. That's a loss of a couple.
Feet in the run.
Both teams are 0 for 3 on third down. Straight ahead run. And it's going to be another fourth down decision for Brian Kelly.
Front is a whole lot better than yours, and whether you're going to feel it in the first quarter, you're going to feel it eventually.
And isn't this also a complete lack of respect for the offense of North Carolina? Play action. Book slips one to the edge, and Alize Mack's got the first down.
Hand it off, or you can throw in the flat. Mack wanted the ball. He got it on fourth down, not third.
Play action. Book under pressure to the sideline and trying to drag the toes is Claypool, but he was out of bounds.
Here a little bit late on a few of the reads, to be expected for a first-time starter, but he lets it go.
They go empty, and he throws one again into traffic confidently to Miles Boykin.
For 3 of them that if he is hesitant at all, those are knocked down.
Adams up the middle, first down. Easily done by the Irish. Play action. Book's looking for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Kept 20 touchdowns on 22 trips. Book on a rollout. He might run. And he'll pick up about 8, maybe 9. Actually, they mark him out right at the 10-yard line.
Including running it.
Looks like second down and short, or rather third down and short. It's a handoff to Adams. So that is down to the 6-yard line. And it looks like on that last play, they did give Notre Dame a first down. So this should be 2nd down and goal to start off the second quarter. To start off the second quarter. Josh Adams in motion. Play action for Ian Book. Looking end zone. And he's got a man. That's an Irish touchdown. Cameron Smith as Ian Book throws his first Notre Dame touchdown.
You saw this earlier on one of the little play action pass where the receiver helped the young quarterback out and kind of settled down on that play action. Same thing here from Smith. Veteran guy, transferred from ASU, has a tremendous feel for where he is. He doesn't run to be covered. He settles down in that hole. And once again, I think you see it here from Book. As more time goes on, man, that velocity is picking up a tick or two. The confidence as well. That's a tremendous drive. And what they always do in the red zone this season, finishing it with 6.
North Carolina in the entire first quarter ran 9 plays, 3 3-and-outs. Notre Dame ran 15 plays on that drive. 80 yards, and it took nearly 5 minutes off the clock.
Now here's this touchdown, and you're going to see Smith come into your view. He's right here. And watch him just throttle down just a little bit. He's not running to be covered. You get a lot of young receivers, you know what they do? They just keep running and keep running. No, he's got his eyes up. He's got the awareness to find that space to give his quarterback a lane.
And what almost feels like a metaphor, rain starts to fall before 3rd down and 19 for North Carolina. Notre Dame brings a blitz on 3rd and 19. Surratt hit, somehow shakes off the sack, and he's got room to run. Runs a man over. Boy, that's a courageous effort from the redshirt freshman. Brought down 5 yards shy of a first down. And we will take a look at those 4 guys from North Carolina that have been the 2nd overall pick. High throw, incomplete, off the back foot for Ian Book. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Durham Smythe was the intended receiver.
Yeah, wet ball drill now. And look at the disparity there. That is not good for a defense. It is thin to begin with. An offense, it only gets better over the course of the game. And here's yet another adjustment for a young quarterback. Going to have to throw a wet football. This rain was to be expected. The wind is going to pick up with it a little bit. You got to handle a little more adversity.
So why not give it to Josh Adams and let him run? Adams breaks free. Inside the 20. Can they track him down? They cannot. Josh Adams, touchdown.
That's now the 7th run of over 60 yards, and no surprise, it's the 2 big fellas. I think the All-Americans. Quentin Nelson there. The perimeter run game was a threat and a scare for North Carolina, and that is why. Because when you get 330 out there, he's going to mow people down. And the 6'8" Mike McGinley, left tackle, sets the edge. He sets the whole thing. You want great perimeter run, and you want to allow those guys to pay it off on the backside. You set an edge, get the big uglies out in front, and then watch a kid playing with extreme confidence like Adams go finish the deal.
7 carries this year of 60 or more yards for Notre Dame. Josh Adams has 5 of those 7.
Your offensive line has not been the biggest challenge with this team this season. They actually have available bodies. And running the quarterback allows you to gain an extra hat in there.
And he fumbles the football, trying to pull it down to throw a wide receiver screen, and it's picked up by the Irish. Khalid Kareem with the fumble recovery. It looked like Chaz Surratt never had complete control of the football. If his arm is coming forward, even for a millisecond, and he has control, it's an incomplete pass, but he never had it.
Nope. And not only the injuries, Bob, is Larry Fedora left shaking his head. Right? Because those things many times are obviously out of your control. Right? The workout regime, the conditioning coaches, you've done everything you can, and it's just one of those seasons where
the officials in the replay booth are seeing the same looks that we are showing you, and he never had the football. So that shouldn't take any time at all to confirm, as they made the right call on the field. That's a fumble, and Notre Dame will have the ball all the way out near midfield. Not only, Brock, do you turn it over, but you turn over field position as well. Your defense now has to go out there and defend a short field.
First down. Notre Dame.
It's more dangerous when you're staring at your own goal line.
Play action from the end zone. Ian Book's going to take a shot down the sideline. Intercepted. Miles Dorn catches it on the dead run and goes out of bounds.
Best he can.
Here comes the blitz again. Man-to-man coverage into the end zone. Another chance for Ratliff Williams. This time he's got it. Go backwards. Now why Surratt is lining up to take the shotgun snap in the end zone. And he's going to throw from the end zone. Down the sideline, almost throws an interception.
In the end of games and timeouts, and yeah, that is not the kind of operation and management you want.
And now they'll try and run it out of the end zone out of a spread set and take a safety.
What you've done now is you've infused these big fellas right here, and you're going to watch both of them. They can't do it any better. You just can't do it any better. You've got an inside rush here. Your right guard, your center, they do not target at all. But they should not even be put into this situation.
No.
Get yourself under center. You sneak the ball. Make them burn their timeouts and go down 7.5 and get the ball.
So a big play here to start off the third quarter for Carolina. Third down.
You see the bloody chin there for Surratt. He was the entirety of the offense. The leading rusher found a little bit of rhythm. A big play there in the second quarter. The go route for the touchdown. But he's been beat up and bloodied. I expect more of the same here in the second half. He's going to have to be gutsy.
Tipped ball, and it's intercepted, picked off on the carom. Julian Okwara gets his own deflection, and it's first down in the red zone for Notre Dame.
I mean, how good is that? Why did you hire Mike Elko to come in here and change your defensive philosophy and mentality? You brought him in here because he was one of the best at creating takeaways everywhere he has been. You know, and this isn't just, well, let me get my hands up, let me hit the quarterback. This is having a plan. This is studying the eyes and the release point and getting exactly fundamentally to where that ball could be batted and you go finish it. Man, that is big time play from Okwara.
And guys, this is what they rep, just like you were talking about, Brock. They are constantly working on ball disruption and turnover drills. They have 6 different stations, 3 of which they do every day. And I can bet you anything, Coach Elko is going to take that tape and be able to exactly apply it to a rep they did in practice to pay off for his players.
Play action for Ian Book. He runs out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Don't think would have counted anyway. St. Brown over the middle of the ball, trying to take the shot on the perimeter. But you're right. Just third time and 24 different chances in the red zone. You don't score a touchdown.
They had scored 14 consecutive red zone touchdowns before North Carolina got that stop with the help of the sack. And sneaking it inside the upright is Justin Yoon for the field goal. Scholarship funds. Back to the offense for Notre Dame. And a quarterback keeper for Ian Book. Well disguised, and he picks up 11 and an Irish first down.
I mean, it's simple. I know that we want to learn a little bit more about Ian Book and everything else, but you know, this is a 2-score game. You got a chance to finish it strong. Go run the football.
Right up the gut. They do just that with Adams. He breaks free. Check that. Deon McIntosh takes it the distance. And the redshirt freshman adds to the Notre Dame lead. Talk about getting back to your DNA. Notre Dame back-to-back runs, and just like that, they're in the end zone.
You know why they do that bench press test at the combine, and they always measure it? Look at your 2 big boys here. Watch them. This is why. You want to lock out, and you want to maintain that point of attack, and you not moving anywhere. That is exactly why they want to see those guys under 225 pounds. How many times they rep it? That's Jason Stowbridge, a defensive tackle against the All-American Nelson. You're locked up, you're locked in, and you're not moving anywhere.
Justin Yoon tacks on another extra point, and Notre Dame is now up 26-7. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. Must be fun to be a running back.
Getting off the board for Surratt.
Raymond Jones in a rainstorm now from 34. Line drive gets the job done. 11th play of the drive for Notre Dame, as they are now working on the clock a bit, taking the play clock down to 10. McIntosh again. Breaks a tackle. Gets to the outside. into the end zone for a touchdown. Deon McIntosh does it again, 24 yards. And he's got a 100-yard day.
You know what I love? When we came out to begin this broadcast, we got to celebrate two really good offensive linemen. And watch these big fellas finish, man. Look at that finish. Look at that drive and finish right there. We call that a pancake into the ground. Allow your running backs to do the damage. It's a patient team. And Brian Kelly is not, I think, known to be a patient guy. I think that's been pretty well documented. I think even he would say that about himself. But he's got a crew here that he works with on that offensive side of the ball and allow them to be patient through this season and just physically wear people down and beat them up. Quentin Nelson and Mike McGlinchey, I've been following you all game. I got a grade sheet. I got a grade sheet for you, and you've shown up in the biggest of moments in the biggest of ways to win. And that Alabama team, a lot like this Notre Dame team, you know, built so physical, built to break you down, built to break the will of your opponent over 4 quarters. I don't think there's any doubt that's what Notre Dame did in this one. Took a little time, had to be a little bit patient, but they got it done against Larry Fedora's beat-up Tar Heels.
An impressive job again on the road for Brian Kelly's team. And again, they get the job done on the ground. Our final score once again, Notre Dame wins it 33-10 for Allison Williams and Brock Ewart. I'm Bob Wischusen. So long from Chapel Hill.